guys, welcome to the Exam Rat. And so today we'll begin with our new chapter, that is probability. It belongs to the unit statistic and probability. So today we are here to discuss the chapter introduction to probability. Right, this is chapter number 15 of your mathematics book. So before that, for more such videos, subscribe and go through our website, and in case of any queries and doubt, you can just comment below. Me and my team will get back to you. Okay, so basically let's start with this term probability. What does this term actually mean? What is the probability actually mean? Right, a probability mean the chances of doing something or getting something. This is what we called as the probability. In simple terms, we can say that probability is chances, or we can say that it is maybe or maybe not. This is what the probability actually mean. So it is basically shayad ya shayad nahi. Okay, this is the meaning of the probability, and we were going to have the proper definition of the probability. It is the measure of how likely an event is to occur. It is basically the probability or the chances that an event will occur or not. Right, this is what we called as the probability. Okay, now let's move towards the example. For example, there is a 60% chances of rain. You can take the example of weather forecaster. Right, basically the weather forecast, they generally say that today may be partially rainy, today may be partially sunny, today may be partially wet, today may be partially humid, or anything. Okay, so this is what we called as the probability, that there is certain chances of the rain or the sunny weather, but it is not sure. We are not sure that whether the rain is going to happen or not, but there are certain chances that the rain will happen or it may not be happen. Right, so for example, the odds of winning the lottery. Okay, when a person wins the lottery, or when a person is apply for the lottery ticket, okay, then there are two things. Either he will win, either they will win or they will lose. So there are 50% chances of both winning as well as losing. So this is what we called as a probability, that it is not sure that something is going to be happen with surety. It is just that something can be happen or something cannot be happen. It is a maybe term, it is a shayad term, that maybe it is going to happen or maybe it is not going to happen. Okay, you can take certain other examples also. Now the probability, the formula of probability is, how can we just write the probability? It is the number of outcomes divided by total number of trials, or total number of trial outcomes. Okay, this is what we called as the probability, the number of ways in which an event can occur and the total number of the outcomes. This is what we called as the probability. Right, basically there are certain examples in which probability can occur or probability cannot occur. Like for example, when we toss a coin, these are the very basic examples of the probability: a ball, a coin, and a dice. Right, when we toss a coin, there are 50% chances that either it is a head or it could be a tail. Right, it can be head or it can also be the tail. So basically when we toss the coin one time, then there are basically total number of outcomes are 2. It means either it can be head or it can be tail. So there are total number of 2 outcomes, and whatever will come, for example the head will come, the probability that head will occur will be 1 out of 2. So it is 1 by 2, or 50% chances of getting head. Similarly with the tail, you can also take the other examples like dice. In case of dice, the total number of outcomes are 6. Right, Total number of outcomes in dice are 6 because the number can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the probability of getting 3 is 1 by 6. This is about the probability. This is the very easy chapter of mathematics. You can easily understood what is the probability. It is basically the number of trial outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, right? The general properties of the probability. Basically a probability is always occur in fraction. Since probability always occur in fraction, it is always equals to between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1 the probability lies, because the number of trial outcomes are always less than the total number of outcomes. That is why the fraction of probability is always between 0 and 1. The sum of basically we can, for example, we have taken that in case of head and tail the probability of getting head is 1 by 2 and probability of getting tail is also 1 by 2. So basically the sum of all the probabilities, there are two probabilities in this case. So whenever you will like this, the sum of all the probabilities of the given example will always be equals to 1. You can also take the example of dice, like the probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 2 is also 1 by 6, probability of getting 3 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 4 is 1 by 6, probability of getting 5 is 1 by 6, and probability of getting 6 is also 1 by 6. And after adding these terms we always get a number called 1. So sum of all the probabilities are always equals to 1. Okay, now the probability that an event does not occur. Basically there are two things: an event occurs or an event not occur, right? And we already know that sum of the probability is equals to 1. So the event not occur is always equals to 1 minus event occur. Am I right? This is just the general rules of probability, right? Now the definition of experimental probability. So experimentally also we can determine the probability. For example, I have given you some examples of dice, of tossing a coin, of rolling a dice, then also spinner. So these are the examples by which we can experimentally test the probability that the chance of something happening is not or is tested. Okay, so the example is to find the probability of getting the 6 when rolling a dice. You need to roll the dice many times. You divide the number of times you roll the dice with how many times you roll the dice. You will explain. These are basically the experimental probability. What is the experimental probability? The probability which can be explained with the help of experiment. Basically the probability is itself a chapter which is based on certain activities and experiments. Basically, for example, let's just take a person who just tossed a coin and he wants to know that whether it is head or tail. Then normally we people say that the chances of getting head or tail is 50% each, right? So how does this mathematically happen? This is explained by this chapter, probability. Basically when we say that either it be sunny or it can be raining, it means there are 50% chances of rain or 50% chances of having a sun, right? So basically this is the probability. This is the mathematical approach towards these chances. When we mathematically derive that how the 50% chances of rainy and sunny season is there, that is what we called as the probability, right? Now there are certain examples I have prepared for you people so that you can have a better understanding of this probability thing. So first example is the spinner. You know a spinner, it having lots of cavities or equal sides there, and you just have to spin, and where it will be landing, that will be the particular spin, that is known as the spinner, right? So in this particular spinner, this is the spinner. There are 4 types. The spinner will roll and roll and roll. This is red color, this is yellow color, this is blue color, and this is green color, right? There is an arrow. When we just roll it, there will be some outcomes. So basically the probability of spinning or landing at green will be equals to, what we have to do is The green is only one time present here, so 1 will be the number of trial outcome, and the total number of outcomes, as you can see, is 4. So the probability of landing at green is 1 by 4. Okay, so this is what we called as the probability. Now let's take the another example. This is the example of using the coins. This example is from NCERT book itself. I have taken this table from there. Okay, so basically this is the number of heads. For example, we are tossing a coin. Okay, so we are getting 3 times number of heads and 12 times number of tails. So total outcomes will be, either it can be a head or it could be a tail. So if there are 3 times head and 12 times tails, it means total outcomes are 15. So the number of probability of getting head after tossing a coin will be 3 by 15, and the probability of getting the tails after tossing a coin will be 12 by 15, right? So this is what we called as the probability, and these are the examples which are proving the probability with the help of mathematical approach. Here I am also giving you another example, and this is also very important example. Basically, probability evolves with certain things like tossing the coin, rolling a dice, then spinner, then taken out balls randomly from a bag. These are the types of question you people will witness in this particular chapter. Okay, so our first thing is example of the dice, right? So I have told you that there are 6 things in the dice. So it is very clear that total number of outcomes of this device will be equals to 6. Am I right? Now the probability of getting 1 is, the probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6. Now if I say that probability of getting an even number, what you have to do is you just have to list the even numbers. So in the dice, numbers 2, 4 and 6 are the even numbers. So there are total 3 even numbers, right? So the probability of getting even number will be 3 by 6 or 1 by 2. The question can also be like the probability of getting prime number, right? What are prime numbers? 1 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, 3 and 5. These are the 4 prime numbers present in the dice. So the probability of getting prime number will be 4 by 6. Similarly, you can take other examples too, like you can take the probability of getting odd numbers, right? That is also 1 by 2. You can also take the probability of getting composite numbers. Probability of composite numbers. What are composite numbers? Just the reverse of the prime one. So 1, 2, 3, 5 are prime, so 4 and 6 will be composite numbers, so 2 by 6 will be the probability. Understand? You can take like probability of getting whole number. Now you know that all the 6 terms are the whole number, so there are total 6 numbers which can be a whole number, and total outcomes are also 6, so it is equals to 1. Similarly, the probability of getting the natural number, you can take any type of example. And why the total number of outcome is 6? Because in the case of dice there are total 6 sides, right? In the case of coin there are total 2 sides. That is why the total number of possible outcomes in the tossing a coin is 2. The total number of possible outcomes in rolling a dice is basically 6. And similarly, if we also the another types of questions when arise in this probability things are the examples of the cards. Okay, so in that particular case you have to have a certain bit knowledge of the cards, like what is ace, what is diamond, what is spade. You have just a certain knowledge of this thing, what is heart, spade, diamond, and the diamond, heart, spade, Okay, you have to have a certain knowledge about this. You have to know that there are total 13 cards, there are total 52 cards in a deck. There are 13 cards which are of a single symbol, then 13 of another symbol, 13 of another symbol, and 13 of another symbol. Then there are total 26 black and 26 red cards in a card box. So these are the types of information you must be needed to solve the question which are related to the cards. There are also the examples. So in that particular thing, if like ace is given, so you know the total there are 4 ace in the deck of the cards, so the total number of possible outcomes will be 4 for the ace. Then if we are taking black cards, then the total 26, so total number of possible outcomes will be 26. Similarly for red, the total number of outcomes will be 26. Now for the spade one, the total number of outcomes will be 13. So this is, we are going to learn. Basically cards are not like in your, like you don't have to solve the problems of the cards in class 9th. You just have to solve the normal problems like dice, tossing a coin, okay, and spinning and taking out a random ball from the bag, right? So now let's just move forward towards the certain numericals I have prepared for you people, right? So what are these numericals? So let's just suppose we have to find the number of blue balls in a bag. When we don't know what are the types of balls present in the bag, we only know that there are total red balls 5, blue balls x, and we have to find the number of blue balls in the box. So the total number of balls in the box are 5 plus x, am I right? Now the probability of getting a red ball is simply the number of red ball divided by the total number of balls. Similarly, the probability of getting the blue ball is x upon 5 plus x, am I right? Okay, now what you have to do is, it is given that the red balls, they are twice the blue balls. Okay, this is given that blue balls are twice the red balls. So I have told you the method to solve these kind of problems. Just where the R is occurs, you just have to write whatever is said on the left side. So blue ball is x upon 5 plus x. R means equals to, twice means 2 multiplied by number of red balls. Now you just have to solve the question, and you will solve it like this: x upon 5 plus x, right, this will be cancelled, and x will be equals to, this will be something like this, x will be equals to 10. So there are total 10 balls in the given thing, okay, in the given bag. Okay, you can just do it like this. So this is the example of carrying out the balls. There is also another question having the 2 parts. Let's just begin with that. So our first is, a bag contains 12 balls. So total number of outcomes is given as 12, right? Now the white balls are x. If one ball is drawn random, what is the probability of getting a white ball? Obviously the number of white ball is x and total number of balls are 12, so this is the probability of getting the white ball. Now if 6 more white balls are added to the bag, okay, the total number of balls already present are 12, right? Now 6 more are added, so total balls now are 18, right? This is the total outcomes now. And also the white balls were x and 6 more white balls were added, so white ball will be x plus 6, right? Now you have the probability of drawing the white ball will be double that in that of first case. Okay, now here the probability of getting the white ball is x plus 6 equal divided by 18 will be double the probability of the first case. Okay, now you just have to solve this problem out. It will be 6x equals to 2x plus 12, or 4x equals to 12, or x equals to 3. And you will get to know that in first case the white balls were 3, and in the second case the number of white balls were, in the first case the number of white balls were 3, in the second case when 6 more were added the number of white balls become 9. Right, let's move to our last question from this probability, that is of dice. Now 2 dice are thrown. Okay, first of all what will you do is number of outcomes. How we will get the outcomes, like it can be 1 comma 1, it can be 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6. Similarly we are going to do this till 6, right? These can be the possible outcomes when we will draw the 2 dice, right? Since in one case we are getting 6, so in 6 cases we will be getting 36 outcomes. Let me just write outcomes here, and you people can easily count that why the total number of outcomes are 36. You can just count it down. There are 36 outcomes in total, right? So this proved the total number of outcomes are 36. Now what we have to do is, what is the probability of obtaining a total of 10 or 11? First of all, just mark those things in which the total becomes 10 or 11. Okay, so in the first case you will not be getting anything, in second case you will also be not able to get anything, in third also, in the fourth this one is 10, this one is 10, and this one is 11. Okay, also the other outcomes I left were 6 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 4, and 6 comma 5, and 6 comma 6, right? Out of these also this is the 10 and this is 11. So total number of outcomes forming 10 or 11 is 5. There are basically 5 outcomes. Okay, so 5 outcomes are there and total number of outcome is 36. So this is how we can just solve the question of the probability, right? Okay, so this is all done with the probability. So I hope you people enjoyed that what is a probability. Okay, so before now let's ending up this session, let me tell you something about the cards. Okay, let me tell you something about the cards. So let's just begin with what is the card, so that you have a virtual knowledge of the card. So here I am giving you a brief intro about the cards, that what is a card deck look like. It will help you in your future. That's why I'm giving this additional information, right? So this is a card deck. It consists of 52 total cards, right? Now out of 52 there are 4 types of cards there: 13, 13, 13, and 13, right? Now first is heart, second is club, third is spade, and fourth is diamond. These are the types of the cards which are present in a particular deck. Okay, so there are total 13 cards of heart, 13 cards of club, 13 cards of spade, and 13 cards of the diamond, which include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, and king. These are the 13 types of the cards which are present in the deck, and this one is known as the ace. Okay, so basically the ace, there will be only one ace in heart. Similarly, there will be one ace in the club, there will be one ace in spade, and there will be one ace in the diamond, right? Similarly, all of these numbers are basically 4 in numbers. So in 52 cards, every number is present 4 times. I'm not talking about color, I'm not talking about symbols, I'm just talking about the number. So basically, for example, 2 is present 4 times in the deck of 52 cards, right? Similarly, I am going to explain other things also. So basically, let's just move on to the colors. So basically, there are 13 heart, 13 clubs, 13 spades, and 13 diamonds, right? Now out of them, basically they consist of these normal numbers. Now let me just tell you, right, this heart is red in color, this is red in color, right? This diamond is also red in color, this particular club is black in color, and this particular spade is also black in color. So you can just realize that number of red cards in the deck is equals to number of hearts plus number of diamonds. Am I right? So the number of hearts are 13 plus 13 equals to 26 red cards. Similarly, number of black cards in the deck are number of clubs plus number of spades. That will also be 13 plus 13. So it could also be equals to 26, right? So there are 26 red cards and 26 black cards in the case of cards. Now let me just explain you about the symbols of these heart, diamond, so you people could know in the future that what are these, right? So let me just tell you that what are the heart and what is the spade. So basically, let's move to the heart. Heart is basically, as the name suggests, it is like this, red in color. This is the symbol of the heart. This is the symbol of the heart. Now the next is the diamond. Diamond is also same as the name suggests, like a kaju ki barfi. So this is the diamond. This is also red in color. Okay, now let's move forward towards the another cards. These are basically clubs. This is like this, like a shape of a tree. In Hindi we can also call it as chidi. This is this club, right? This is black in color, but because my background is black, that is why I'm just doing it blue. This is black in color. Okay, now the last is spade. That is something like this, which we called as the trump card, hikum, right? So these are the examples, these are the signs from which you can have an understanding of cards and everything, right? These are the signs of these cards. Okay, now let me just tell you about something else, that what are the face cards. Face cards are basically those cards which generally have a face present on them. And there are three types of face cards. They can be jack, they can be queen, and they can be king, which are represented by J, Q, K respectively in the deck of the card. Okay, also you have to know number of the face cards in the deck of the 52 cards. So total number of face cards is basically in every, like this heart has 3 face cards, this diamond has 3 face cards, this club has also 3 face card, and this spade has also 3 face cards. The total number of face cards will be 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals to 12. Also, the very important question arises in the other classes will be number of aces. So ace is basically A, represented by A, it is 1. Okay, now you know that every number is present only once in the every symbol. Like the spade will have only one ace, the club have only one ace, diamond has only one ace, and heart will also have one ace. So total number of aces in the given deck of the cards are always 4 aces. Now going more deep here, if I am going to tell you that number of aces in black color, right? You know that black includes spades and club. So basically there are 1 in the spade and 1 in the club. So number of ace in black color will be 2. Similarly, number of aces in red color is also equals to 2. Now going to the other thing is number of face cards black in color are 6, and number of face cards red in color is also 6. Okay, so this is basically about that the card thing, that the deck of the card. You people don't know about this, so by this thing I hope you people could better understand about this card and all thing. Okay, now also I am trying to give you a little bit information about when the 2 coins are tossed. Okay, since I told you about only 1 coin tossed, when the 2 coins tossed, what happened when the 2 coins tossed? So the number of possible outcomes which can be formed when the 2 coins were tossed. Either, first of all, there are certain outcomes formed. So how will you do this? You just have to write them out. Like there are total 4 possible outcomes. You just have to write 2 times head and then 2 times tail. Then you just have to write 1 time head, alternate tail, 1 time head, alternate tail. So these are the outcomes when the coin is tossed twice. Either you will be getting 2 heads, or you will be getting 2 tails, or you will be getting 1 head and tail, or tail and head. So how will you get the total number of outcomes? It is 2 raised to the power n. Basically n is basically how many times a coin is tossed. How many times coins tossed, right? You can also have a look on my another slide where I will explain you when the 3 coins will be tossed. Okay, so let's just see when 3 coin tossed. Now the formula when the number of coin tossed is 2 raised to the power n. 3 coins are tossed, so 2 raised to the power 3, it means 8 will be the number of outcomes. Now what you have to do is just divide this 8 into 2 equal things. So it will be 4 times head and 4 times tail. Okay, then in the next line, since it is 4 times, then you have to half them. So 2 times head, 2 times tail, 2 times head, 2 times tail. Right, now it is 2, then let half it again. It will be something like this. So these are the possible outcomes we will be getting after tossing the coin thrice, right? So this is about tossing a coin, about the deck of the cards, about the balls, about other things. So these are the two main examples of doing the probability, that is the coin tossing as well as the uh, card of the deck. So I am just explaining like so that you people could have a better understanding and your base gets prepared for your upcoming classes or for classes 10th, right? So that's why I'm just explaining you this. I hope you people enjoyed, and I hope you people could understand that what is the probability means. Probability is basically the number of outcomes or the chances of getting something. It can be a maybe or maybe not. It is basically शायद ये हो सकता है और शायद ये नहीं भी हो सकता. This is what we called as the probability, and the formula for probability is number of trial outcomes divided by number of total outcomes. Okay, so in the case of coin there are total 2 outcomes for the one coin tossed. In the case of dice, when one dice is rolled, then there are total 6 number of total outcomes. When the two dices are rolled, then the number of total outcomes will be 12, right? So this is what we have to do in this particular chapter, right? So I hope you people enjoyed, and in case of any queries or in case of any doubt, you can just comment below in the link, and me and my team will just get back to you and will help you in any possible way we can. So I hope you are understanding my sessions. Okay, so thank you. This is end with the chapter number 15, that is probability.